Alright, so something pretty weird happened to my friend on Runescape yesterday, but I have to start with some background story first. Almost 9 years ago, when he was about 13 years old, my friend was botting red chins while he was at school and catching kingly implings while he was at home to make money, and he obviously ended up getting banned for it, as he deserved, of course. The idiot even paid for the bot so the bot would be better. Obviously, the ban was permanent, so he just created a new account, which he still has to this day, on which he never botted or cheated and plays normally. And he doesn't really care for his old account because it wasn't that good. He just checked on it every now and then for fun to see if it's still banned or if it magically got unbanned or something. At first, upon logging in, it would always say that the account is permanently banned, but then randomly a couple of years ago it started saying that the account is banned for another several thousand days, which would equate to more than 10 years. But we all just assume that Jagex changed how they handle permanent bans, and that's just how it's gonna be now. He hasn't checked in on the account for at least 2 years until yesterday. Because he's playing old school RuneScape on his new account now, he tried to log in on his old account into old school RuneScape just for fun to see if he would be able to play old school RuneScape despite being banned on RuneScape 3. And what do you know, it actually worked. So he tried logging into RuneScape 3 as well. And this is where the weird stuff begins. He was unbanned, no messages from Jagex, nothing. He could just log in as if nothing ever happened. And what's even weirder than that is that it said that he last logged in 23 days ago. Both the password and PIN were still the same as they were almost 9 years ago. But all of his valuable items were missing. It would be understandable if only Chinchampas and maybe money were missing because they were bought it, but everything expensive was gone, like gear and everything else. The bank looked exactly the same as it would if your account was hacked and cleaned. Now once again, this might just be how Jagex treats botting accounts. They just remove all valuable items and leave junk, but still it looks more like somebody cleaning the account for personal gain than Jagex taking action against botting. And I don't know why they would even remove wealth from an account that's permanently banned in the first place. And this was his main account at the time that he had been playing since he was 10 years old, and he was pretty wealthy even before he started botting, so he did have some wealth to steal. So this now raises several questions. Why was a permanently banned account even unbanned? Who logged in 23 days ago? Where did all the wealth go? And, this part being a conspiracy theory of course, did someone at Jagex have a hand in this? As we've seen with ModJet on old school RuneScape, rogue mods stealing from players for their own profit are a thing of course. So one possible scenario is that there is a mod who goes around unbanning old accounts that have been banned for years that have some wealth on them just to steal their wealth and then probably sell it for real world money. If Jagex doesn't remove wealth before they permaban accounts, there must be billions of money on old accounts that got banned for botting or real world trading. And it would be a lot harder to notice if these accounts got their money stolen compared to accounts of players that actually still play. It is fairly unlikely that someone not connected to Jagex would have emptied his account because he doesn't use the same password or PIN anywhere else and hasn't used it for several years now, so keyloggers and phishing links are kinda out of the question, because that would imply that someone waited for years with a password that they phished or keylogged years ago. It would imply that the person who knew the password also knew that he got randomly unbanned. I guess the most likely scenario still is that Jagex just removes all valuable items from accounts banned for botting, but that still leaves the question why he got unbanned and why he had a login 23 days ago. Now sadly I do not have a picture of the 23 days ago login screen because he was too eager to get into the account and didn't take the picture. He also didn't know I was going to make this video, but I have provided you with everything else that I could throughout this video. Please inform me of any other possible scenarios that would result in this, and thank you for watching.